Hey everyone, Lance here, and welcome to my review today on the Zoro 2 HD wired on-ear headphones by Noontec. There's definitely some people these headphones would be, I think, a great fit for, and on the other hand, there's definitely a few reasons you may want to consider something else. So I'll be getting into that as I talk more about the sound quality here of these headphones. Of course, remember to check below in the description and I'll include any additional information about these headphones, especially where you can get them at for the best price. So in terms of the overall design and build quality of these, they did a nice job. What you'd expect when you're spending a little bit more on headphones. So definitely durable, definitely something you could take with you to school, to work, if you're on the bus, if you're tossing these in your bag, they're gonna hold up. They do fold up for compact use, which is nice. A bit of a loud click. That's louder than what I typically would hear in a headphone, but it gets the job done, and so not a huge deal. As far as the headband adjustment, it's over here on the slide. It's not really fluid, so you kind of, it's like it goes all the way out and all the way in really easily. You have to kind of work with it to get it to just adjust one click at a time. But it is labeled on the inside, which is nice here, so you can make sure they match up on both sides. And certainly they get large enough, I think, to accommodate most size of heads there just fine. The headband up here is nice and comfortable. Even when you're wearing these, I found that the headband, it feels nice. Likewise with the ear pads here, they do a really nice job, especially for on-ear headphones. There have been so many on-ear headphones I've worn that are just not comfortable. Or you can tolerate them, but you kind of want to take them off your head as soon as you can. These actually feel pretty comfortable. Definitely, there's a little bit of clamping force, just a moderate amount, enough to kind of keep these from sliding off your head, but it's just right. So the overall design from a comfort standpoint is really well done on these headphones. These are some of the most comfortable on-ear headphones I've worn under $100. In terms of the actual padding, it's a nice, comfortable padding that they've used, fairly plush feeling, and there's just a little bit of fabric here on the inside as well, just to kind of protect your ears from rubbing up against the drivers. Another nice feature is you actually get a little bit of left to right pivot, just slight up and down. I mean, it's just a tiny bit. It gives you a few degrees of pivot, which helps, when you're trying to get a comfortable fit. There again, there have been so many on-ear headphones where, because it's a rigid design, you feel like you just want to adjust them just a little bit so they fit more comfortably, and you're not allowed to do that, and so you're just stuck kind of with this uncomfortable feeling on your ears. Not the case with these. Like I said, this newer design over even the previous generation of the Zoro headphones, that is one thing they've done differently, is they've tilted the ear cups so they accommodate the human ear a little bit more naturally, and it feels more comfortable as a result. These are very comfortable on-ear headphones. Next, I'll talk about the sound quality of these, which, these did an okay job. For the price, I would say it's about average. There are better sounding headphones for the money, and there are worse sounding headphones for the money. So they're kind of middle of the road that way. But the overall sound signature, you get a nice bump in the bass or in the low end. So these do sound great and are better suited for more contemporary genres of music, rap, hip hop, dance, especially electronic music. Anything with an electronic sound definitely comes across better with these headphones. They are a little bit bright sounding at times, so if you're listening to like piano or trumpet type sounds, it can be a little bit piercing, a little bit bright there, which is surprising because the mids and the highs also seem to lack a little bit of detail, again, compared to nicer sounding headphones in this price range. But you know what, it's just one of those things where with headphones, usually there's 2 out of 3 things that headphones do really good. Whether it's the comfort, kind of the design, the styling, and then the sound quality. So you have some headphones that sound great, are very comfortable, but they look awful. And then on the other hand, you have headphones like these where the styling is, more fashion forward, nice looking headphone. They're light wearing, very comfortable, great lifestyle headphone. Sound quality is just okay. But the good news is, for those of you who like more of a Beats style of headphone, these definitely sound better than, say, something like the Beats Solo HD. So you're getting a better value compared to the Beats headphone. Now, they don't sound as good as the Beats Solo 2, but you're definitely spending more for those headphones, quite a bit more. But just something to be aware of there, kind of price and value wise. Now, when you're talking about sound quality, it's important, I think, to keep things in perspective too. So, for instance, when I had my kids listen to these, they really loved them. And I have, kids from age 7 on up to 13, and they thought these sounded, these sounded good. They were rocking out to, their favorite songs while they're wearing these, and they thought they were super comfortable, fun to wear, and they really enjoyed them. So, it's going to depend, I think, on who's using these, whether or not you're going to love them or, wish you had gotten something different. So if sound quality is the top priority first and foremost, you'd want to consider something else. As an example, the Creative WP350 or 380 would be a better choice as an on-ear headphone. But on the other hand, if you're looking for something that's more Beats-esque or similar to Beats in terms of styling, more of a fashion-forward lifestyle type of headphone, that's where these would be a better value in terms of you're getting better sound quality and you're getting still a nice, stylish, fashion-forward looking headphone. And of course, these are very comfortable to wear. They're very light wearing. They're durable. They're compact. You can fold them up, take them with you. You have the nice bag that these come with as well. So there's definitely a lot of great reasons to consider these. I'd say, if you like the idea of having that extra bass emphasis, if you're looking for more of a stylish headphone that's durable, that's portable, you can take with you, and if comfort's of course important, you're looking for something that you can wear, whether it's just a few hours or all day long, then these would be a really great choice in that situation. So hopefully this review is helpful for you. As always, leave a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And remember to check below in the description for any additional information, especially where you can get these at for the best price. Also, if you'd like to sign up for my Headphone Deals newsletter, I'll include a link for that in the description as well. But otherwise, thanks for your time. I really appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.